All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. My name is Pete Baker, president of the Big Corp, and we are going to kick this off and discuss how you can make more money and have great success with your business by offering Nexus 21 products. So at this point, you should be hearing audio. If you are not hearing audio, then please check your connections, and you can also call in. If you're having any trouble with the computer, feel free to just call in. And thank you again for joining us. We will record this as well, and we'll share it with all of your channel partners, your distributors, and sales reps. So if you want to share this with any team members that were not able to join today, we will record it and have it available for you to watch at your convenience. So thank you for joining us. I know that you guys are busy. I know that many people around the world, many integrators are still busy on job sites, which is really good. And hope that you are all remaining safe and healthy during this very challenging time in our world history. And good to see that integrators are keeping busy, and that's optimistic that we do have a great future ahead once we get past this crazy time in our world history. So again, my name is Pete Baker with the Big Corp, and I'm joined today by Ms. Devin Davini. She is the Internal International Customer Service Manager or Specialist. And if you have any questions, we will open this up at the end of the presentation. And you can also try and send some messages in the chat window, and I'll try and manage those as we go along. But otherwise, we'll open it up at the end. I expect this presentation to last maybe half an hour, 45 minutes, something like that. So we'll jump in and get started. So first of all, a little background on who I am and a brief introduction. My name is Pete Baker, and I am the president of the Big Corp, which is a international business development and sales rep organization. And before I launched the Big Corp, I spent 20 years, the first 20 years of my career as an integrator and a licensed low voltage technician, and had a very successful run with my business. I worked for many different companies over the years, but then eventually started my own integration company. And I successfully doubled my revenues every year until the day that I sold the company. And that was due in no small part to the fact that I had a really great team that helped me to deliver a great experience to all of our customers. But we also offered very unique product offerings, and I always tried to find products that were best in class products. So rather than following the herd and just going with what everybody else was offering, I tried to find some unique products that were really best in class in each product category. A couple of examples might be Fujitsu plasmas. When everyone else was selling Panasonic plasmas, I was offering Fujitsu plasmas, which were far more expensive, but I also believe that they were a superior product. And so I offered those. I also offered audio control amplifiers, for an example, which instead of offering just traditional amplifier brands, usually from speaker manufacturers, I felt that audio control offered some unique benefits to my customers, like the EQs that were embedded in the amplifiers, and just real high quality amplifiers. I also offered unique solutions like motorized picture frames and projector lifts and things like that. And I found that when I offered unique solutions that my competitors were not offering or were not discussing, many times those potential customers would come back to me and say, Pete, we're going to go with you because you were more creative and offered more unique solutions than anybody else that we talked to. And we really liked your creativity. And I think that that is incredibly important when you're faced with a lot of competition, as I know many of the integrators are on these projects, to try and find ways to differentiate from the competition rather than following the competition. So after I sold my integration company, I went to work for a company called RTI, which you may have heard of. And I worked there for 12 years as the VP of Sales and Marketing. And I led all of their global sales, marketing, tech support, product integration. All of the customer facing departments were under my leadership. And I left there at the end of 2014 and launched the Big Corp, which is an international, like I said, international business development company and sales rep organization. And you can see some of the brands that I am proud to represent at the bottom of the screen, like Savant and Near, and of course Nexus 21, and Rava, Artisan, Russ Sound, and Klein Tools, just to name a few. So very proud to be here today talking to you about Nexus 21. So let's jump in and tell you a little bit about Nexus 21 and how the company was started and what products they have to offer, and most importantly, what the benefits are to you and your customers when you're offering products from Nexus 21. So first of all, Nexus 21 is a leader in stealth entertainment by putting technology in motion. They break down the barriers of conventional design and room orientation by offering covert integrations for any space. So what that means is that they create motorized concealment solutions, but more importantly, they remove the constraints to place technology or elements in a living space like televisions or projectors or even spice racks, eliminating the need to orient the room to a TV or an item that can be stored when not in use. And over the 20 years of my career as an integrator, I would often struggle with places to hang a TV. But by presenting unique solutions to my prospective clients that my competitor didn't think of, added a lot more value to my business. So in those rooms where I struggled with a place to hang a TV, I would often suggest, a unique solution to conceal it when it was not in use. And not just with TVs, certainly with projectors, but also with, kitchen items or kitchen devices or different things in the home that the consumer didn't want to see all the time when they were not in use. So you can see the three primary product categories that we have to offer: pop-up lifts, motorized wall mounts, and then drop-down concealment devices as well. Now a little bit about the company history with Nexus 21 and their philosophy. It's a really great small business startup story. It started in 2005 with a single lift product and a passion to change the industry. And over the next 14 years, the company expanded its line with over 30 successful products in these multiple product categories. And Nexus 21 was actually founded by Jeff Meskin, who is still involved in the company as an owner in the company and very actively involved. And Jeff had a vision to improve something that existed in the market. And as an entrepreneur, I really love this story because if you've read anything about entrepreneurs or how to start a business, they often say if you want to start a business, find something that you don't like. And very often there are many others that also struggle with that or don't like that experience, and discover a way to improve that or solve a problem. In this case, solving a problem by concealing these devices when they're not in use, but also improving the products that were out in the market. And in 2005, there were a few devices in the market, but they were clunky and noisy and unreliable and really more industrial. And Jeff believed that there was a better way to put technology in motion. But back then, it was really a David versus Goliath start to the company. And the companies that did existed out there were pretty big. And Jeff started this company as a very small company, but now our products are successfully deployed in over 50 countries around the world, and that's growing every single day. So the company started very small, but built the company one relationship at a time. And that dedication to customer satisfaction is still at the very heart of the company and can be sensed with anybody you work with at Nexus 21. As I mentioned, Devin is on on the webinar today, and she's just fantastic. And really, I noticed that right away when I started talking with Nexus 21, that anyone I spoke with at Nexus 21 really was dedicated to the company, but also to the customer, and wanted to make sure that that customer had a truly exceptional experience working with Nexus 21. And that's something that I think is very important in this day and age. I've often said that if you want to succeed in this day and age with your business, you really need to pay close attention to the customer experience and customer satisfaction, and look at a lot of the companies that are doing really well right now. If you look at Amazon or Tesla or um, Apple, a lot of the companies that have had great success over the past few years, each one of those really has a strong dedication to customer satisfaction. And that's absolutely true with Nexus 21, and really is crystal clear when you work with the company. So they've always paid very close attention to the needs of their customers by listening to their needs and concerns. And people and relationships are at the very heart of the foundation at Nexus 21. They really focus on building these quality relationships with their clients, and that allows them to also deliver very unique solutions. They don't just rely on the internal team to develop the solutions from Nexus 21. They really rely on our channel partners and want to get feedback from our dealers and distributors and end user customers as well, to find out how we can improve the products and deliver a much better product and experience for each one of our customers. So we develop our products, number one, by getting feedback from our customers and channel partners, but also by gathering information and market data that we see in the market. And that's why we are soaring and becoming a world-class solution for motorized concealment devices. And quality is really the name of the game at Nexus 21. So that's something that has always been very paramount and important to Nexus 21, to deliver an exceptional world-class product that would delight our customers. And this includes elements like less noise and smoother motion and sleek and quiet performance. And we take the product quality and performance very, very seriously. And so in order to achieve our goal of delivering an exceptional product, we always source the very best possible materials and components so that we can deliver an exceptional warranty as well for the products. Also, Nexus 21 products have been tested to exceed 30,000 cycles in a lifetime. And when you factor in the number of uses in a daily or weekly period, that far exceeds a typical usage during the course of our warranty period, which on most products is 10 years. So, in my application, I might turn my TV on once or twice a day, and it would take an awful long time to exceed 30,000 cycles at that rate. So it is a very rigorous warranty. And the reason why we can deliver such a great warranty is because we've paid such close attention to the quality of our products and the engineering and design and the materials that we use when delivering and building any of our products. You can also be assured that you will always receive outstanding support from Nexus 21. All of our technical and customer support is in-house. We don't outsource that at all. So if you have any issue with a product, you can contact Nexus 21 technical support anytime for the lifetime of the product. There's no end to that whatsoever, and there's never a charge for that kind of support as well, because we want to make sure that our customers are satisfied with the product for the lifetime that they have that product. And a great example of our commitment to customer satisfaction can be seen on our website. We have a live review section on our website. It's on the main page of our website at the bottom. And I would strongly encourage you to visit the website and look at some of those reviews. They're really stunning. and people just rave about the product quality that we deliver with our products, and also the customer experience with our products. And so we're very proud of the 4.9 out of 5 stars that we have posted on our website. And we're going to continue to try and build that and improve on that and get to a straight 5-star review on our website. But please stop by and read some of those reviews. They're really stunning. Now let's talk about the Nexus 21 products and jump in to the different products that we have to offer. There's really 4 different product categories from Nexus 21. We have the drop-down TV lifts, we have the motorized wall mounts, we have the pop-up storage lifts, and then pop-up TV lifts as well. And our product line offers an array of solutions to enhance the living spaces. And Nexus 21 motorized systems utilize superior linear actuation technology. So that might not be a term that you're used to. It wasn't a term that I was used to either, but I have learned about it, and it's a really superior technology to a lot of the products that exist in the marketplace. Many similar lifts in the market commonly use blind motors or rack and pinion style tracks, which are noisy and can be unreliable, while we utilize precision engineered, fully enclosed, screw driven mechanisms. That's what that linear actuation technology is. It's a screw driven mechanism, and that allows us to deliver smooth movement and also reduce the noise that is often produced from those other inferior products. Also, the linear actuation technology is a very modular design that makes the support and service process much more streamlined. You may never ever need to service or repair one of these motorized products, but in the event that you do need to service the product, we've made the process as simple as possible. And it's really a fully enclosed plug and play part. So if you ever do need to service the product, you just simply remove the motor, plug in a new motor, and you're up and rolling very quickly and easily. We even have some end user customers that have done this process as well. Of course, we would prefer to have that done by a professional, but it is so simple that even an end user customer has been able to do that. And also keep in mind that everything is cycle tested before they leave the building. So we don't just take these off the assembly line and throw them in a brown box and ship them out to you. We do cycle test these, each one of these devices before they leave the building to make sure that when you receive it and install it, it's been tested and you're assured that it'll perform properly. Now the pop-up TV lifts. This is a very popular product category from Nexus 21. And these are designed to accommodate a variety of TV sizes up to 90 inches. They also feature a manual swivel of up to 360 degrees on select models, and they are backed by our industry-leading 10-year warranty. They can also be customized with a wide array of accessories, which we'll get into in a minute. And they feature powder-coated steel components for durability, even in outdoor or marine settings. So we have a lot of these pop-up TV lifts and a lot of our other products that are installed on yachts and maybe outdoors, and that salt fog and salt air can really do damage to products, as you may know if you have ever installed any products in those environments. And so we have taken that into consideration with our product designs, and these are designed to withstand, even those harsh conditions. We will also introduce a motorized swivel, which is in development, and that'll be out on some of our models later this year. Now onto our Apex motorized wall mount. This is a really fantastic product. We featured this at the ISE show. If you were in our booth at ISE, you may have seen this. It has a lot of really great technology, and we like to call it the first motorized TV wall mount that really gets everything right. And you can see that not only do we think it's cool, but we've won a lot of awards for this product as well. Some of the great features with the Apex motorized wall mount, first of all, it features a smart drive technology, which disengages the motor. If somebody pushes on it or if a child's arm gets in the way, it'll stop that and disengage the motor, and then you can manually swivel that wall mount. Once you stop, then you can use the motor again to reposition that wall mount. We also include a great wall box as well, which is very convenient to store small source components like an Apple TV or maybe a control processor for a third-party control system, and also can be used as a in-wall or on-wall storage device. And we also do feature a trim bezel as well. And then we also have the Cobra cable management system, which is a really nice system to hide up to 6 cables, avoiding the need to zip tie those cables. I just honestly did that over the weekend. I was rewiring one of my TVs actually in the garage, and I have an older wall mount swivel in there, and I had to zip tie everything to the wall mount bracket that I have. So with Nexus 21, you don't have to do that. We have the Cobra cable management system, which allows you to conceal up to 6 of those cables and run it through the device as well. And we also can support up to a 100-pound weight limit as well. And this is really the best motorized wall mount in the world because it features that superior cable management. It also has the wall box as well. And above all, just great aesthetics as well, and a lot of versatility. One SKU for all different TV sizes. And also keep in mind that smart drive technology, which is a very unique feature. So really a cool product, very smooth and quiet, also programmable with up to 3 presets as well, and very simple installation just for a single technician to install that device. Now on to our ceiling TV solutions. We have some great solutions for the ceiling TV lifts, a couple different options here. For spaces with many windows or challenging layouts, this is a really great solution. Instead of mounting a TV on a wall or in a cabinet like you see in that picture, you know, that wouldn't be a real great place to hang a TV permanently because you'd take away from that spectacular view. So in a lot of those applications where it's either a multi-purpose room and the customer doesn't want to see that TV when it's not in use, or there just isn't a great place to hang that permanently, these are great products and deliver a great solution. And also, I will just say as a side note that when you're using these motorized products, it's a really cool solution. If you show it off to a prospective client and show them what you can do with these motorized concealment devices, you know, it's kind of a James Bond type solution that a lot of consumers really are attracted to. And this could be the differentiator between that customer going with you versus one of your competitors by just offering a very unique and creative solution. So with these ceiling TV solutions, there's really 2 different options. There's a flip down solution, which is the perfect solution if you have a limited space in the ceiling. It only requires 6 inches of vertical space for installation. If you do have more space in the ceiling, maybe it's on an upper floor and there's an attic above, then we have a drop down motorized swivel, which is going to require more depth in the ceiling, but it's a very cool solution. And with the drop down solution as well, we do feature a motorized swivel, and that allows you to swivel that via the motor. And these additionally have electronic locking mechanisms as well, so you can lock that TV in and prevent it from either falling or being stolen. And they are also extremely quiet and faster than any other product on the market, and that's because of our linear actuation design that we've incorporated, and also the great components that we use when building these products. Now the projector drop downs, I sold a lot of these when I was an integrator, and I can tell you that I had quite a few issues with them where they were unreliable, or would get locked into place, or had lots of failure points. And the projector drop down from Nexus 21 really is a fantastic product. We used to have a couple different products in this category to accommodate real large projectors, but we don't really need to do that anymore. When I was an integrator, we had massive 3-gun projectors that were extremely large and heavy, and now we can accommodate over 400 projectors with this one model, the E550, which is a fantastic product. Again, very quiet and very quick as well when you're using the motor to either drop this down or conceal it back in the ceiling, and really redefines this product category by just being very sleek and quiet. Unlike anything else on the market, it's also backed by our 10-year full replacement warranty. And one of the things that I really like about this, from my experience again as an integrator, it was often challenging to try and coordinate with the carpenter or the builder to accommodate for that projector lift. It could get really complicated to try and get that space built out properly. And we've made that process extremely easy for you because we produce a rough-in kit or installation bracket that can be used during construction to make the final installation process extremely streamlined, and also makes it really easy to work with that builder or carpenter or architect to just get this space designed properly for that projector lift and the enclosure where that will be concealed. And once that roughing kit or installation bracket is put into place, it's very, very easy to do the final installation. It literally just snaps into place in minutes. And this was a solution that was developed directly from a suggestion that we received from a customer. So we received some feedback from a customer that said this is something that would be really helpful and useful. And so we jumped into action and developed this rough-in bracket. So it's been really well received, and definitely a unique feature that we have to offer with our products. This is again backed by our full 10-year warranty. And also we have punch-out holes as well to add ventilation. So if you want to be able to suck some of that hot air out of there, we do have punch-out holes so that you can accommodate for ventilation and sending that heat out of that cavity. It's also very stable when you are moving this projector lift up and down. The image barely wavers at all when it's in motion. So really a fantastic product, and great in multi-purpose spaces where the projector, when the consumer doesn't want the projector to be visible when it's not in use. And we also do feature roll, pitch, and yaw adjustments as well. So if you need to fine tune that image and placement on the screen, you can adjust that as well with the projector lift. Now on to our storage lifts. This is something that I would really encourage you to keep in mind. And remember that your involvement on that project is not just limited to technology or concealing technology, but also offering unique solutions for kitchen devices and other concealment options or opportunities that you might have in the job site. And by offering those unique solutions, again, that adds more value to you on that project when you're talking with a prospective customer and offering some unique solutions, even in the kitchen or a bathroom or a closet or something like that. If you're able to offer some unique suggestions, even maybe a safe, if the customer has a safe that they want to hide when not in use, this is a great solution that you can offer. So just keep this in mind. We have a couple different models. We have the AL125, which supports up to 125 pounds, and then the AL250, which supports up to 250 pounds. So these, again, are backed by our industry-leading 10-year warranty. So really a great solution. And also, it's important to establish some credibility, I think, when you're talking with clients and they say, well, why should I use that versus maybe another product that they've heard of, or maybe their neighbor has. And I think having a document like this, which I'm happy to supply to you, adds some credibility. If you look at these projects that we've completed and deployed Nexus 21 solutions around the world, it's really pretty impressive. You know, the Ritz-Carlton and Four Seasons Hotel and Palms Resort, you know, there's some pretty cool projects that we've worked on, NASA, U.S. Air Force, and so on. So these products have been deployed successfully in some very challenging and important projects around the world where failure just is not an option. They have to work reliably every single day of the year. So just keep that in mind, that we have some great reference projects that you can refer to when meeting with a consumer. Also, as I said earlier, you know, I think Nexus 21 products are pretty cool, but I'm a little biased. And if you look at this screen here, you can see that not only do I think the products are cool, but also we've received many, many awards around the world for our products. And actually, we were selected as the preferred lift brand by CE Pro's top 100 revenue integrators in 2018. And that's a pretty prestigious award. So Nexus 21 is definitely the go-to brand for motorized concealment devices in the United States. And now we're expanding internationally and growing our audience internationally as well. Now on to some of the controls and safety features and also accessories from Nexus 21. So we certainly have great integration with third-party control products and brands out there. And we have a couple different options, either traditional IR or infrared control, also RF control and contact closure, and then IP control as well. The IP control comes standard on the Apex model, L75iX, and it's available as an upgrade for all the other products. But you do still have some of the other control options as well. So we certainly integrate very, very well with third-party control brands out there. Now on to the safety features. That's something that Nexus 21 takes very seriously. There certainly have been lots of tragic accidents with motorized lifts and concealment devices around the world, and we didn't want that to happen with one of our products. So we have definitely incorporated some great safety features into our products. One of them would be the floating lid design. As you can see in that image, this guy in the image could have a potential serious problem there if that lift continues to go down, but not with our product. Once that goes down and hits his hand, the lid will actually pop off. So his hand won't get damaged, and then you can simply just snap that back into place when the hand is out of the way and the lift is back up in its extracted condition. And then with the swivel cutoff, all of the pop-up swivel lifts come with an integrated swivel cutoff device that kills the power when the lift is swiveled away from the home position. So that means that when the lift is up and the TV is shifted out of its home position, it will not go back down and damage the cabinetry or, you know, damage a hand that might be underneath there. So we do have some great safety features built into our products. Also, the anti-collision software. All the products come pre-programmed with a control unit that contains proprietary collision detection software. And that tells the lift to stop and reverse up to 3 inches if any part of it meets a significant force when not in or while in motion. So that means that if the lift is going down and it hits the cabinetry, it won't continue to engage the motor and damage the cabinetry. It'll stop and go up 3 inches, and then you can shift that back into its home position as well. We also have a shielded design for our components, so that linear actuation motor is in a shielded enclosure, so no dirt or debris can get in there, and also no one's fingers or cords will get in there and get tangled and damaged, or no one will be hurt by that as well. We also feature TV screen locks as well, so that the TV won't fall off and damage anyone, or hurt anyone, or damage any cabinetry until the locks are removed. So really some great safety features that are incorporated into all of our products. Now for the accessories, we have several different accessories that you might need in your project designs. If you want to attach a sound bar, no problem. We have a great universal mount to attach a sound bar. And we also have a component shelf. So if you need to place some components, maybe in an exercise room or some area where you just don't have any cabinetry and you need some local source components there, or maybe some control processors, then we do have a component shelf as well. We also have a hinged option for our pop-up lifts as well. So if you would rather have a hinge top rather than a floating lid design, we do have an option for that. And then of course a center speaker shelf as well. So just to wrap up, you know, I'm a very benefits focused sales guy, and I guess I always think from an installer's perspective and look at these products and what would be the benefit to me and maybe an end user customer when using Nexus 21. And I think that we have some really great benefits to offer you and your customers. First of all, the precision manufacturing and precision engineering that we offer with all of our products, and the real high quality materials enable us to provide the best warranty in the industry on all of our products. And that's something that I take very seriously. I know that service calls can be very expensive and also a hassle when you're going out to service a product that failed or just used inferior components and is unreliable. And we don't want that to happen with our products. So we always spend the extra money and always source the very best materials available. And that allows us to deliver a best-in-class warranty for all of our products. We also have a very short lead time on our products, and really one of the best in the industry, shipping most of the products within 1 to 2 days when a single unit order is completed. And so we do have these products in stock. We build them right in our factory in Arizona in the United States. And also our solutions are easy to spec into projects, very simple to install and quick to troubleshoot. We really take that into serious consideration when we're developing our products, how these products are going to be installed, and how can we make that process as simple and efficient as possible. Also, as mentioned earlier, our product support has no end. It's for the lifetime of our product, and it's available to all clients. So if you have any problem with any one of our products, you can contact us anytime, and we're happy to support you and be there to make sure that this product is repaired or serviced in any way that you may need. And also, while Nexus 21 systems may not always be the least expensive option, they are very competitively priced and usually 2 to 3 times less than competing custom brands, even with the superior materials that we're using and workmanship that we're using and the great warranty that we have to offer. Also, Nexus 21 safety features allow for flawless operation and also prevent any harm to your customers or to their property or cabinetry as well. And the linear actuation technology is really superior to anything else on the market today. It guarantees that you'll deliver a very smooth, quiet operation with that product that you install, and also a lifetime maintenance-free product as well because of that design technology that we're utilizing in the system. And also keep in mind that these products have been torture tested to exceed over 30,000 cycles in a lifetime. So individual products are also tested under strict quality controls prior to leaving our factory, as I mentioned earlier. And last but not least, I would just encourage you to sell differently and use Nexus 21 products and solutions as a unique offering in your business proposal or proposition to your customers. When you're offering very unique products like the Nexus 21 concealment devices, I think that adds value to your proposition. And I always say that you get one chance to make a good first impression with a prospective customer. And by discussing very unique solutions like the ones that we have to offer from Nexus 21, I think that that is a compelling reason why that potential customer might go with you versus one of your competitors. So leverage our products to win more projects with your prospective customers. And then a few key contacts. We're a pretty open book at Nexus 21. So if you have any questions or comments or suggestions, we would love to hear from you. And you can see at the top of the screen there, Corey Lovett is the CEO of Nexus 21, and he loves hearing from you. So if you have any comments or suggestions, you're welcome to contact Corey directly. Also, Devin Davini, if you place any orders with Nexus 21 or have any customer service issues, you more than likely may come in contact with Devin, and she is fantastic. She's really dedicated to delivering an exceptional experience to all of our customers. And of course, my contact details, I would love to hear from you anytime. If you have any questions about Nexus 21 or you're working on a project and want to specify some of our products, then I would love to help you with that. And of course, get the technical team involved if they need to. They would be happy to help you with the design of that solution as well. And you can see the product support contact information as well. If you have any issues with any existing Nexus 21 products or just have questions about the support or applications for Nexus 21, you can contact them directly as well. So thank you very much for joining us today. I really appreciate you taking the time to visit with us and go through this presentation. And now if you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer any questions that you may have.